Medicaid expansion and whether that's something that should remain a part of the budget, something.
Throw me a curve there in the last part of your question. It's about to have Burke come up here.
Oh.
On the Medicaid expansion part, frankly, we're waiting to see what the governor proposes. We're waiting to see what the House does. There's a very strong argument that the governor expanded Medicaid. The reality is the governor had that authority based on the best we could find 30 or 40 years ago. The legislature gave the governor that authority. I don't think anybody anticipated it to be used the way it was, but the governor has the authority. So the question that was there last time is the same question that's there now. Do you do the accounting to make sure that the reimbursements come into the right line items so they can be used where they need to be? That's a different issue than Medicaid expansion. And so the Senate has focused, frankly, on making sure whatever we're going to do with Medicaid, that we're maintaining a sustainable program long term. And our focus has been lowering the cost and increasing the people that can get benefits. That's why we created the JMOC group. That's why we focused on per member per month costs. And the person who has done a lot of this work, along with Senator Jones, is Senator Burke. Senator Burke, talk about what we're going to do to restrain the growth and the cost of Medicaid. Expand it or not?
Thank you, Mr. President. Certainly, as President Faber stated, the per member per month rate is the most direct way the state can impact the cost of Medicaid. Enrollment, as you know, is a variable based on the economy. But the state does pay for quote-unquote insurance for these folks. And that benefit package and its rate of growth is something the state is not directly engaged in. As I stated when we did Senate Bill 206, we were kind of lack in our oversight prior to the formation of JMOC. But I think as the budget proceeds, you'll see that we have direct engagement, and now through the actuarial component of JMOC, the ability to have comparables, not only on a basis-to-basis basis, but an issue-to-issue kind of subsistence rate of growth discussion. We've not had that in the past, and as you know, the healthcare component of Medicaid is one of the largest in that line item.
So just to be clear, the majority in the House had said today, oh, expansion's old news. That's old news. We're talking about reauthorization. And is that how you see it?
Look, I think the governor expanded it. Medicaid's been expanded in Ohio. And so now the question is what do you do about it? And the Senate has been focused on making sure that it's effective, efficient, and sustainable. And my big problem is sustainability. Senator Seitz here? He's not. Senator Seitz raised a very important question. What happens if the federal government backs out of its promises? Frankly, we're kind of happy. The governor and his administration put a provision in and got an agreement from the federal government that if they back out of their promises, we can change our deal. That's something Senator Seitz pushed for, and the governor and their staff did that when they did their expansion. So we're going to continue to have that debate. And the question is it sustainable, and can Ohio continue to do what we're needing to do? There's going to be a debate, and where we end up with that, I'm not going to prejudge from the Senate's perspective.
Did you say that the Senate was working on a bill to increase the statute of limitations on